I was driving down a foggy forest road. The rain drizzled lightly, and the narrow beam of my headlights barely illuminated the winding path ahead. The shadows of the trees swayed in the light, shifting with every turn, making the road feel endless. The engine's hum blended with the silence, and I could hear the faint splash of rain hitting the wet asphalt. A tight, uneasy feeling pressed against my chest, but I had no choice but to keep moving. In the distance, I noticed a movement on the side of the road. A figure with a dark hood raised a hand, hitchhiking. My heart jumped as I slowed the car. For a moment, there was only the sound of rain and the engine. The figure looked at me through the window, and an inexplicable chill ran down my spine. The door opened silently, and they got in. At first, they said nothing, only staring straight ahead. Occasionally, they turned their heads slightly, scanning the road. Their eyes never blinked. They were cold, fixed, and impossible to read. I glanced in the rearview mirror, but there was no shadow of them in the glass. A growing unease settled over me, and my pulse quickened. The fog grew thicker, and the trees pressed closer to the road on both sides. In the headlights, shadows stretched and twisted, branches appearing to move on their own. The hitchhiker murmured occasionally, words I couldn't understand, the sound blending with the wind like an eerie whisper. My chest tightened with unshakable dread. The hum of the engine became a low, tense roar. The road narrowed, turns became sharper. The hitchhiker suddenly turned their head toward me and gave a slight nod, as if signaling, "Go this way." I hesitated, but instinct pushed me forward. The trees loomed so close they almost brushed the car. The shadows were long and unnatural. The road seemed to bend unnaturally, headlights illuminating only the darkness ahead. The fog thickened. The trees closed in, branches reaching toward the car as if alive. The hitchhiker occasionally glanced at me, eyes still empty, cold, and unreadable. A strange fear grew inside me. My heart pounded, hands gripping the wheel tightly. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw a shape at the side of the road. A figure hanging from a tree. At first, I couldn't believe my eyes. The hitchhiker was hanging there. The hood was still on, but the body sagged from a rope around the neck, swaying slightly in the wind. Feet barely cleared the ground, motionless yet horrifying. My chest tightened, breath caught in my throat, and panic surged. I wanted to scream, but no sound came. My hands clutched the wheel, eyes locked on the figure. The fog thickened even more, headlights illuminating only the dark path ahead. The hitchhiker was no longer beside me. The seat was empty, yet their presence seemed to linger in the car. Every curve of the road brought my eyes back to the corpse. The headlights reflected on the trees, shadows moving, leaves whispering in the wind. Occasionally, I heard a snap, a branch breaking in the distance, making it feel as if something else was moving nearby. Fear gripped me completely. The road seemed endless, fog dense, trees pressing closer, silence suffocating. The car continued, but I couldn't see the end of the road. The hitchhiker had vanished, yet I felt them there, unseen. The body swayed in the tree, rope creaking with each gust, leaves rustling in eerie tones. The road kept winding, fog thick, trees closing in, and the fear inside me remained relentless. Was it still there, or had it disappeared? I had no way of knowing. Each mile I drove, the fog thickened further, and my eyes searched for the road's end in vain. I glanced in the side mirrors, hoping to see the hitchhiker still sitting there. But the seats were empty, the interior silent. It felt as though another presence lurked in the car. Always at the edge of vision, always just beyond reach. And then, around a curve, the hanging body caught the light of the headlights for a brief moment, moving slightly in the wind. My fear peaked. Hands gripped the wheel so tightly they hurt, my breath shallow, eyes fixed on the corpse. The fog thickened, the road still twisted endlessly, trees pressing in on both sides. Was it still there, or had it completely vanished? I didn't know. Only the road, darkness, fog, and the relentless fear inside me remained. Every turn, every shadow, every rustling leaf reminded me of the corpse swaying in the tree. My heart raced, my breath hitched. The car moved forward, but the road seemed eternal, the silence suffocating, and the fear unrelenting. The headlights cut through the fog, casting long shadows across the trees, and for a moment, dark shapes seemed to move among the branches. The rustling of leaves, the moan of the wind, and the snap of a distant branch combined to make it feel as though something was watching me along the road. Occasionally, I glanced in the mirror, checking if a shadow had appeared in the seat. But there was nothing, only emptiness. An inexplicable tension gripped me. The presence of the hitchhiker still lingered, unseen but undeniable. Around one of the curves, the hanging body on the tree seemed for a brief instant to be staring right at me. The rope swayed lightly in the wind, and the shadows stretched, appearing longer and more menacing than before. My heart pounded, my breathing became erratic, and my hands clutched the steering wheel tightly. At one point, a shadow flickered in the headlights, as if something had moved between the trees, but I couldn't catch it with my eyes. The road continued to twist and turn, the fog growing thicker with each meter, and the trees pressing closer to the car. The fear inside me intensified, as if the road itself was trying to trap me. Every vibration of the engine, every raindrop hitting the roof, every rustle of the leaves seemed like a signal of some unseen presence. And then, rounding another bend, I thought I heard a breath in the distance. Short, deep, and cold. My heart skipped a beat. Holding my own breath, I listened, and there was only the wind and the whisper of the leaves. Yet the presence I felt was real, undeniable. As the car moved forward, at every curve the hanging corpse came into view again, the rope swaying lightly, the fog thick as ever, and the fear inside me remained relentless. The road still stretched endlessly ahead, the silence oppressive, and I could feel, with every turn, a shadow slipping just beyond the corner of my vision, creeping closer.